This cheered me up this week. I was sent this link, and I'm just going to play this link, and we're going to talk to one of the people who are involved in this. I'll show you this little clip here.
There's a boycott going on. There's a boycott going on to help the people of Palestine. Because like rain through your Israeli wine. And if you're wondering what you can do, please join the boycott and help them too. No, don't buy dates. Don't buy Israeli dates. Don't buy Israeli goods. There's a boycott going on. Don't buy dates. Don't buy Israeli dates. Don't buy Israeli goods. There's a boycott going on. There's a boycott going on.
And we're joined by Hilary Smith, who was part of that protest and is a member of the Tadhamon singers. Is that how you say it?
Tadhamon.
Tadhamon singers. It was very good to see that. I mean, I'd love to have been in Waitrose in Sheffield at that time when you came in. I probably have joined in, but my singing might not have fitted in with your style. Can you tell us a bit about what happened on that day and why you went to that particular store?
Sure, yeah. So it was a joint action between Tadhamon Choir. Tadhamon means solidarity, by the way, in Arabic. And Sheffield Palestine Solidarity Campaign and other campaigners for Palestine Solidarity in Sheffield. And we went to Waitrose because it's one of the worst culprits amongst the supermarkets in selling Israeli goods. And there's been a long-standing campaign over the years answering the call of the Palestinians to boycott Israeli goods as part of not supporting the Israeli regime. And Waitrose, particularly like at Christmas time, Waitrose sells medjool dates, and probably a lot of people here on this program know, but medjool dates are grown mainly on the West Bank. They're mainly grown in the Jordan Valley. So the dates that are sold in Waitrose are very likely from illegal Israeli settlements in the West Bank. And Waitrose knows this. And it's had letters and petitions and so on over the years sent to it. And some of the supermarkets have a little bit engaged with Palestine solidarity activists. Waitrose never has. It's always refused to meet with any members of the campaign.
Right.
And I think at this time, there's so much going on. But there's also a feeling, so much going on in terms of solidarity with the Palestinian people at this terrible time. But one of the things is people feeling like they can take an action, a personal step, an action. So boycotting Israeli goods is not going to end Israeli genocide against the Palestinian people, but it's a step that everyone can take. And we have to say to the supermarkets, it cannot be business as usual while genocide is going on.
Now, I'm interested in the practical thing there. There was a lot of produce being put into a trolley. How does that? What's the working there? What's going on there? I don't understand that.
So our action was to remove all the Israeli produce from the shelves of Waitrose, and we decided to focus. It was Christmas time, and people buy dates at Christmas. We decided to focus on the dates, and there were loads of them. So the idea was to remove all the dates from the shelves, take them in trolleys to the checkout, which we did. We had a letter to hand in to the manager, and we asked, a couple of people asked to speak to the manager, who to ask for a meeting so that we could discuss in more detail why Waitrose shouldn't be selling Israeli goods, and particularly why they shouldn't be selling medjool dates. The manager said that they would not arrange a meeting with us, that they'd pass the letter on to head office, and surprise, surprise, we have not had a reply. But yeah, we basically, we take the produce to the checkout and we ask for them to remove it to the from the shelves, and they refuse to do that. By the way, we did it later that morning in Marks and Spencer's as well, that also sell medjool dates from Israel.
And the other thing I would need to know about is the singing, because who comes up with the singing, and what's
Right.
can you tell us about the choir?
Yeah, sure. So there's a big tradition across the country of radical choirs, some really long-standing, like Birmingham Clarion Choir, that has been going for years and years and years. And there's radical choirs across the country, and we share songs. And to be honest, I don't know who wrote those words originally. What is great is if you can sing songs where the tune is familiar. It's an old, I think it's Everly Brothers. I don't know if you recognized it. The tune is Bye Bye Love. Yeah, which makes it, yeah, exactly, which makes it sort of easy for people to pick up. But our choir, Tadhamon Choir, we were formed in 2018, specifically as a solidarity choir with Palestine, specifically with the objective of going to Palestine and singing in solidarity and in partnership with Palestinian people. We were due to go in 2020, couldn't go. And we eventually went just exactly a year ago in 2023. We, like most solidarity activists, we couldn't go to Gaza, but we traveled around the West Bank and we sang as we went, and we sing lots of things. So we sing mainly in 3 or 4 part harmony. There's 17 women, and
17. That's
there's
fantastic.
17 of us in total, yeah. And we because we couldn't go to Palestine when we were first due to COVID, we sort of turned into more of a campaigning choir in this country, and we sing at protests in Sheffield. We've also sung a lot outside the Israeli Elbit factories. I know you've had Huda Amori on the program before.
Yeah.
And we're a big supporter both of Palestine Action and of the local community initiatives that campaign outside the Elbit Israeli factories. And so we've sung at the factory in the Midlands at Shenston, and we've sang at the Oldham factory, where eventually we have songs about Elbit too.
I've seen on
the choir is here at this moment. They're in the next room because you're interrupting our rehearsal.
Oh, sorry.
And one of the things we're going to do this morning is record some of our songs about Elbit, so that we can share them more widely.
Well, look,
we're a solidarity choir.
Can you come back on and maybe if or do a recording that we could play on the show of any other songs you've got, and then other people can hear them and maybe copy them, and we can then have a choir competition. They do it on the BBC, don't they? We can have choirs across the country competing in Waitrose in the Waitrose final.
That sounds good. That sounds good. And you're right about, it's such a depressing time. It's so difficult for us all to maintain hope about a lot of things, and especially about Palestine. It's really important to say we can all do something. The minute we think we can't do anything, then we give up. And I think it's important. Obviously, taking dates out the supermarket in Waitrose off the shelves isn't going to change the world, but no single act is. Yeah, we'd love to come back. I'll put in the chat the website for Tadhamon Singers. Oh, can I just quickly mention, in Sheffield this week, there is a protest camp, 24 hours a day protest camp by 2 Palestinian women, Sahar and Lena, and they are camping in this atrocious weather day and night outside the town hall in Sheffield, calling for a ceasefire and calling for British nationals who travel to Israel to fight for the IDF to be prosecuted. So
Well,
maybe
I'll
we
try
could
and
have them on the show at
I'll
some
try and
point.
get them on the show, maybe.
Okay.
Thank you for that, and
Okay.
thank you again for the what you're doing and giving us
Thanks.
some entertainment as well as serious stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hilary. Cheers.
Thanks, Crispin.